Back out here again. Finally gonna tear it down. Kept having a clacking noise in this thing. I always thought it was kind of maybe the fuel pump. So took the fuel pump off just because I am tearing it down, and lo and behold, it's old cheapy, Amazon, wherever it was. The arm in it right here. If you look, I don't know if you can see it or not in the video, but yeah, loose it is. It just flops around in there, it clacks around. So that makes sense. Of one, while the fuel pump is dying, because at the end of the season, sitting here idling, and I could rev it up, it would drop down like 2-3 pounds or something. So I imagine under wide open throttle, it was probably 0 going through the traps. Explains why I kept falling down towards the end of the year. Started losing a little bit of mile an hour, a little bit of ET. Explains that. All right, let's get tearing into this thing here. I want to see if anything's hurt in it. I'm hoping it's not. I mean, still had good old pressure when I took it apart and everything else. So I don't think it's gonna be hurt. I'm hoping I can just hit it with a ball hone, get a crosshatch in it, re-ring it, re-bearing it. That's the hopes. I'm hoping it don't need any machine working. I don't think it does need any machine work though. All right, let's get on it. All right, I may end up doing like a little fast forward on this stuff because I gotta turn this heater on, man. It's cold out here and you're not gonna be out here nothing with it, so. I hate wintertime. God, I hate it. Oh, I want to show you one thing I did pick up. Yes, I know. I kind of have ADD. It's fine, whatever. So, just picked this up this morning. Only maybe 2 miles from our house here, if that, close. Anyway, look. Yep, she's crusty, but 348. No clue what I do with it. It's about like the old Hemi I had, sold it. I'll probably end up selling this one if anybody's interested. It's 348. I looked up the casting numbers on it. It says anywhere between 58 to a 60. Your guess goes mine, or 61 actually I went up to, 58 to 61. For like Impalas, most of them were Impalas, and then one set of truck. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about them. But it's a complete motor. It is seized up from, I'm assuming, sitting around, being all rusted. I may pull the plugs out of this one, drop some diesel and some trans fluid down in it, just see if I can get it to maybe unseize. But if anybody's interested in it, anybody needs a 348, got one. Won't be terribly expensive either. So it's out here, let me know. All right, back to the program. Let's get this thing tore down. Let's see if there's anything hurting this thing. Like I say, hope not. I don't really want to have to pay for any machine work right now. Got broke. even noticed this until now, but it's got the spring-loaded lifters in it. Make it a little bit easier. Changing the cam out. You won't have to pull the intake off anyway. I can get one of them out here. Come on. Come on, baby girls. There you go. All right. So yeah, here they are. They actually don't look bad at all. First set don't. Pop out all the and see what they look like. All right, pull the rest of the lifters out of it. We'll pop the head off of this thing real quick. See what it looks like. So far, the wheels and the lifters aren't looking bad. I mean, that's a, you don't feel like the guy can play it or not sticking. So that's always a plus. To me, anyway. The reason why they're a little bit tight in the bore is just because of that damn 50 weight brad pen oil and it being so cold in here. That's giving it a little bit of suction on there. Try and get these things out. Not because they're worn, that's for sure. I'm telling you, it looks brand new still. Still look really, really good. It's always promising. But I guess once we get the rod main caps off it, got a telltale, pop on his head here off real quick. Let's see what that looks like. I'm hoping that cylinders are still nice in it. And I can just take and put a nice little crosshatch on and call it a day. Ooh, and it won't fit. I had to put a skinnier one in there. All right, let me go grab one. Alrighty, let's try this again. Let this thing drain here on this side. Easy to cook. Springs are a little tight. Washer stayed on there, didn't it? Let's grab that off there. There you go. I need to wash it in there and scrub the magnet and suck them out every quicker. I'm doing it like this. See what the old brad pen oil was like glue. It just sucks your cups to everything, doesn't it? Good Lord. Ooh, this one does not want to come out. That one might be the magnet one I was talking about earlier. That thing's stuck under the spring cups. No way it's stuck under spring cups. I don't know. I had to get that one. Alright, finally fought with that one enough. I got that one little washout in between the two springs there. I think it was wedged in there. I got that little fiasco done. Now let's pop this thing off so we can actually see what's going on here. Still got a little more water in it than I thought, huh? There's some junk out of there. One reason why I put cardboard down there is to absorb it. Instead it's running off of it. Yeah, well. There. Maybe that. Take up some of it. There we go, got her off. So, first time I ever seen the underside of heads other than with a borescope. So let's take a look at these things here, see what they are. They're Jegs heads, but apparently they're by Canfield back then. Old school deals. But they work. Yeah, they got, can't remember if it said 205s, 208s in them. But they are drilled for 400. Even though it's 350 block, don't matter. All right, let's take a look at this thing here. Let me get the lights so I can see a little better. Can't wait to get the electric up in here. I can get some lightage going on here. But right now, I'll tell you what, 2 cylinders that are down, not terrible. No, still has cross hatching on her. It's got a little wear here, which is normal. That's not really wear, it's just a thing. And it does have Ross pistons in it. I already looked them up when I had a borescope in it. Supposedly, like, I guess depending on the head gasket thickness, no, it's around 10.5 to 1. And they just used a 12 Pro gasket on it. So, at least that ain't gonna be too terrible to replace. So far, not bad. I can clean up all these pistons here. That's not a big deal. Look at that. I'm gonna scratch it off of this. Let's take a little tiny brass wire brush, some brake cleaner or something. Clean them puppies right up. All right, let's get the other one. Coffee is like my spinach. the cover's off. I was kind of wondering if they had it like advanced or retarded or whatever, the cam in it. Well, it does have an adjustable gear on it right there. That makes it a whole lot easier to adjust it. So I'm not exactly sure like what degree the notches are that's in there. Not smart enough for all that right now. I'd look it up. But I'll look it up. I'm gonna put it back exactly like how they have it. So this way it is exactly like it was when it came out. Because it ran, it worked. Now I don't wanna screw that up. So I'm gonna make sure I do not move where that one's at. Make sure I get on video. So this way if I had to come back to it, I can. But that's where it's at. Nice little piece though. And it doesn't really have much play in it, so I'm gonna reuse it. That'll save me a little bit of money. All right, so the best I can tell, by getting the numbers off the cam here, it kind of matches the cam card that it gave me. So, seems like all that's legit as far as that goes. And I don't see no real like abnormal wear on it, which normally rollers kind of seem to last forever. I'll slide that over so I don't drop it on the ground, break it. And then as far as cam bearings go, I need to take a good look at them real good, but it does look like they do have some, they got some wear in them. So I might knock some cam bearings in it too. If I got it apart, I mean, I'm here, might as well do it. All right, now I need to roll it over and knock the pan off it. All right, so now I want to pull a rod off and a main off. See what kind of bearings this thing's got in it. It does have a forged crank in it, 4340. It's Eagle. And then it's got the Eagle 5.7 rods in it too, to go along with it. I mean, as of right now, everything's still looking clean. Humongous plus in my book. Humongous plus in my book because I'm working on limited fundage right now with doing all this shop and everything else. I'm kind of pinching them pennies a little bit. So let me get a rod and main off of this thing here real quick. And the good thing about the whole cam with it being advanced, I'm guessing each notch was probably maybe a 1 or 2 degrees, I'm assuming. But I can always reference back to the video, see exactly where it was. I'm gonna just stick it right back where it was because it worked. Like I said, I don't want to change anything as far as the motor goes, because I almost thought about changing the cam in or something, but then I was like, why? It works. It's dependable. It's fast. Why fix something that's not broke? I'm just wanting to freshen it up. That's it. So, all right, let me get this off here. All right, so I got a rod off and I got a main off, and I'm telling you, they're not terrible. I know that looks like something, but it's not. They are not bad at all, man. And obviously the bearings got some wear in them, but they have no copper showing, anything like that in them. And you can tell they got some wear right here on the side. See it right there? But that is not bad, man. I'm telling you, not bad at all. And here's the main. I mean, it's got wear in it, but it is not terrible. It had just started getting into the copper right there. So I think I pulled it apart in perfect time, so it didn't hurt anything. I'm gonna pull all the rest of it out and see what it looks like, but I'll be happy. The rest of it turns out looking like it does here. I'll be happy. All right, so got one out. I already knew they're Eagle 5.7 rods. You probably can't hardly see it in the video, but real light. Anyway, right here. But then I took the part number off of them before. because I bought this motor together 2 years ago. So I knew it was time for a fresh. Pistons, skirts aren't all that bad. And I know with a 5.7 rod, they claim that they'll have a lot of chatter, I guess because of the short rod. It starts beating skirts up on them, but it's not bad. I think she is definitely, they'll just throw some rings in her, clean her up, bearings, and call it a day on this one. So yeah, looks like we got lucky here. I think I'm tearing it apart just in time, that it doesn't cause catastrophic failure. So I am glad I decided to go ahead and freshen it up since I'm gonna be doing the whole drag and drive, because I definitely caught it in time. Like I said, that one main had like a tiny bit of copper in it, nothing special. But the crank itself, beautiful. You can rub your fingernail across it, whatever you want. It's fine. I guarantee it doesn't have any wear. I'll measure it all, plastic gauge it too. But I'm guessing the crank, I'll clean the crank up. I'll put another nice cross hatch in the cylinders, put bearings in it, and all new gaskets. I'm telling you, I think she's gonna be fine. The good thing is, even if the crank did need turned, or if, you know what I mean, something needed, I pulled a bearing out of it, out of the rod, and it's standard. So you have meat, got some meat there to work with. So that's telling me that when they put this motor together, all that stuff was brand new. Blitz up in Pennsylvania is what I was told built the motor originally. Like many moons ago. I can't remember how many years ago he told me. But anyway, it's got a lot of time on it. That's why I figured it was time, just to freshen it. So I need to pull the main bearing off that main cap. I'll see if it's a standard. But so far the rod bearing is standard, which is telling me, like I said, it's a new crank. So more than likely the main bearings are gonna be standard too. So it means they're easy to get. I know there's, right now with Rona happened on all that good junk, seems like everything's on a shortage. I called Ross about the rings already. They told me what I needed. They have them in stock. I don't see the bearings being an issue to get. And obviously a gasket, it just had Felpro head gaskets on it. And I put Felpro intake gaskets on it. So it's nothing special. Big bonuses on all that, because hopefully that stuff will be easy to get. So, I'm gonna end it here with that one. It's all on a good note, because everything in the motor is beautiful. It just needs freshened up, like I was planning on doing originally. So, thank goodness. Saves me money, no machine work. But, look out for a couple more videos. I got a couple other things coming up I gotta do. There's some four-wheelers going by. So, I got a couple more junk I want to get my hands into. Like I said, anybody interested in 348, there it is. Baby. There we go. Yep. I got a trail right behind my house. And that's the reason why you can hear all these. Oh, well, probably a YZ80. I don't know what the hell it was. But, anyhow. Keep an eye out. Some more videos are coming out of me, obviously putting this junk pile back together once parts come in. And I got a couple more things up my sleeve for the wife's car. And the lift is supposed to be here this week for the garage. And I'm hoping next weekend we can get the wire out here for power. Hoping. Needs power. All right, man. Thanks for watching.